now return to Halo Courts.
Please rise. The Court of the Halo Judicial Circuit Cheater Division is now in session. Honorable Judge Four Shots yes. Honorable Judge Four Shots with a Z presiding. Thank you, Bailiff. Everyone but the jury may be seated. Bailiff, please swear in the jury. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly listen to this case and render a true verdict and a fair sentence as to the defendant? This is where you say I do. Prosecution, you may call your first witness. Thank you, Your Honor. I call to the stand ERK is Wakan. Will the witness please stand to be sworn in by the bailiff? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Asshole. Order! Prosecution, you may proceed. Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to start by showing video evidence of the defendant's first-person perspective. Now, in this first clip, what are you looking at exactly? It looks to me like you're just staring at the stairs. Why on earth would you just stand in the open, exposed, and stare at the stairs? Well, you see, I was just making sure that the spike grenades were spawning. Okay, well, it then looks like you obstructed the opponent's view perfectly and got a perfect flank without any callouts from teammates because they were already at B. So tell us more. How did you manage to time this so perfectly? What did you use? What's your routine? What's your secret? Because it kind of looks suspicious to me. Honestly, it seems like it's a skill issue. What kind of gaming chair do you have, Dodds? Okay, that's beside the point. We don't need to talk about that. Now, in this next clip, you don't seem to be using your reticle the proper way. You're not aiming the direction you're going, and then you perfectly time a backsmack against our teammate. Could you explain a little bit how you timed that so perfectly? It's simple. I was measuring the walls from left to right here, and then I saw something shiny to my right, wanted to take a peek, and, I thought maybe if I just hop down here back where I was, I can get a backsmack. Okay, I don't know how, and then the pre-nade. How did you know that guy was there? Well, yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple, basic stuff. So I get the kill with the backsmack, and then the corner of my eye, I see someone spawn over at purple. So then I just think, well, his teammate's probably going to spawn there too. I better throw a grenade just to be safe. Turns out I think I was right. Yeah, see, there was a guy over there. And at this point, I'm one shot, so I gotta be a little bit careful. So instead of looking at where I know the enemy is, I'm gonna look straight down and look at the walls and just make sure no one comes out from underground or behind. Yeah, okay, that's enough. Now in this next clip, I notice you move so perfectly to avoid being seen by your opponents. Can you explain how you did that? Yeah, so basically you saw that grenade go in, and I basically knew that if there's one grenade coming in, then there's probably 3 other guys nearby, so I knew that was when I had to back out. Now in this next clip, it looks like you perfectly timed it again. Yeah, so basically just the speed and trajectory of the grenade that came in, I was able to tell that and equate the distance to how far his opponent would be, and then I basically knew that I could move the right speed and the right time to then get to a spot where I cannot be seen. Okay, I'll give you that. Maybe you're not cheating after all, but first, now let's look at some plays where there's some suspicious tracking through walls. Well, that was an interesting. See how he fired at the wall there? Let's watch that again. Interesting. I'm not totally convinced yet, though. Now, I want you to pay very close attention to what happens to his reticle when he shoots. Did you see that? Hold up, let's watch that one more time, but even slower. Now, he's going to throw this grenade, and that's what's going to cause my teammate to duck back behind the cover. But watch what happens when he does duck behind the cover. Look at the reticle. But wait. There's more. Let's look at the reticle one more time. Did you see that? Let's take a closer look. He sees my teammate at purple. Watch as the reticle follows him behind cover and then snaps to me, who's also behind cover. This seems very peculiar. It's almost like he can see through walls. Wow. Could you explain this to us? Basically, I saw the opponent facing towards ATM, and the way he was standing made me realize there's probably a teammate of his at ATM, so I knew to look that direction. Okay, not too sure how you were able to do that, but let's just look at this play too. So it blows my mind, your consistency in aiming. Oh. Can he get him? Oh, I don't know. Can he get him? He's behind the wall. He's tracking him. Oh my god, I'm a cheater. I suck. Dodds, is there a question for the defendant? Yeah, how dare you? How dare you? That is all, Your Honor. Thank you. Okay, the defense can now call their first witness to the stand. Thank you, Your Honor. My name is DoddsMcFodds, and I'd like to call DoddsMcFodds, the accuser, to the stand. Now, tell us, DoddsMcFodds, isn't this a fun game? Oh yeah, it's great, especially when you get tracked through a wall. Yeah, the wonders of technology, but isn't it true, Dodds, that cheating can in some ways add a certain spice to the game? Yeah, sure, if by spice you mean the same amount of heat you'd get from swallowing a live grenade. Yeah, but cheating could make the game more challenging and interesting, couldn't it? Yeah, it's a real thrill trying to kill an opponent who knows where you are the entire time. Meanwhile, you're trying to get a flank, but it's them that are flanking you. I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, and they're walking around because they know exactly where I am. Who doesn't love an unexpected cardio workout? Right. Doesn't it, see, what you're trying to ask is whether cheating somehow introduces an unexpected chaos factor that makes the game more unpredictable and fun? The answer to that is just plainly no. Imagine preparing weeks and weeks getting your team on the same page, and then some lone wolf with God mode turns up, winning and taking everything away from you that you prepared so hard for. But it's, what you want to say is that it's just a game, right? Sure it is, but remember, every player that falls to a cheater is a real person behind the screen, just like the cheaters, and it's the real people's time and effort getting blasted into oblivion. And the ironic part of all of this is it's not me who is the victim. It's not the people that put all the hard work into their craft to only be taken down by a cheater. No, it's the cheaters themselves that are the victims. What? How does that make any sense? What most cheaters fail to account for is what they are downloading and agreeing to. The second they download unapproved software to their hardware, things get compromised.
How much do cheat developers make from this?
They can make anywhere from a few bucks to $500,000 a month. A medium-sized cheat would bring in about 20 to 80K a month. Before you can buy a cheat, you must be verified. You must fill out an application, which must include your real name, date of birth, country, links to your profiles on cheat forums, and we will send you a private message to confirm it's you, which cheat you're interested in buying, and 3 separate photo IDs, like a national ID card, passport, or driver's license. We also need a selfie.
That's way too much information that someone has to give you just to get the cheat from you. 3 photo IDs? Are you serious?
Wait, are you saying that when they send you the loader or the cheat, that the cheat actually looks at other data on your computer to confirm who you are?
Yeah, it acts like malware all of the times.
You know what? I should have expected that, actually.
These people that make cheats aren't in it to help you win. They don't care about you. They're in it to make money, and they can make a whole lot more money by compromising your system, which you've given them approved access to, and then under your nose, either steal your information to sell to others, or worse, take everything you've worked hard to accomplish and throw it down the drain. And the best part is, you paid them to do it. No further questions. Members of the jury, you have heard all of the testimonies concerning this case. It is now up to you to determine the facts and decide on a verdict. You and you alone are the judges of the fact. Once you decide, you must comment, guilty or not guilty. Thank you. You may begin.